What's going on, guys? It's Craig. I was just thinking about the Skate series of video games, and I was remembering these videos I saw on like EA's website, or I guess maybe the Skate. I think it was for Skate 2, the Skate 2 website, and they featured this guy, one of the developers. It was like developer interviews, the making of Skate, and I think they released a video every week or something like that. I don't know. But I remember a guy named Cuz. I think he was even a playable character, but I might be wrong. But and so I was thinking about this guy, and I was thinking, hey, he seemed pretty cool, man, and he made a cool game series that I loved. Skate 1, 2, 3, all of them are great. And I was wondering how I was trying to Google like EA Black Box Studios, Black Box, EA Skate, and I couldn't find very many people's names. I guess if I had searched the credits, if I had just searched for EA Skate credits, maybe I could find it. But it got me looking for those old videos that I was talking about, the behind the scenes, or not necessarily behind the scenes, but just developer interview videos. And then I found some, and I decided to watch like 10 seconds of it, and I was like, you know what? This is kind of cool, like a retrospective on the Skate series, these hype videos, trailers, and commercials, and whatever else. And they're sort of hard to find. In fact, on the website, on EA's website, because the Skate websites I don't think exist anymore. Or maybe they do. Whatever. I stumbled upon these videos on the EA website, but I couldn't get them to play, so I had to download them. So I downloaded them, but I haven't watched them yet, and I decided, why not just run through the history of the game, kind of. You know, this isn't going to be factual, historical timeline of the games, but I assembled, I think I've got 14 different promotional video things for Skate stuff, and I ordered them in a playlist here. So I figured we'll just watch them from Skate 1, Skate 2, all the way to Skate 3. All the way, that's two things. But let's get into it. This first one is just the flick it controls. I think I tried to order these videos the way I thought they would maybe be shown, like released. So I assume this would come first. They're trying to show you how their new control method is. Like, they took basically the Fight Night controls where you throw haymakers like a shove it in this game. So they probably released this video pretty early to kind of explain what they're doing. I don't know about you guys. I love the flick it controls. Not necessarily that name, flick it. That's not that. That's weird. It's not a bop it. But I think it works really well. And like this trick here actually, or no, the 360 flip. A 360, this trick. Like, doing that motion is kind of difficult, but I've done it so many times, I can... Wow, they're just gonna call out Tony Hawk's. That's funny. But yeah, there's some tricks that are pretty hard to do, and when you land them and you learn them, it feels like you're learning, which is one of the best parts about Skate. But, so this next one is the basics of grinding. So I assume it's going to talk about board positioning.
Getting on a rail is all about a good approach.
Yeah.
So line yourself up right and time
This
your
is the demo area.
When you're in the air,
Quality on some of these videos is not going to be great. I did the best I could.
The way your board hits the rail determines what trick you're going to do while you're on it.
So I think this kind of epitomizes what's great about the Skate games. Like not the grinding. Not the grinding itself is not the only great part, but just the idea that it's where you put your board and you're gonna do the grind. There isn't a combo to enter. There isn't, you know, it feels like there's a flow to it. Like you're, I don't know. I don't want to say like you're actually skating, because it probably got said 1,000 times. But okay, so this is the first look. The first look at Skate 1. This is the demo area. I remember downloading this demo in August of 2007. Game came out, Skate 1 came out in September of 2007, and I was at my buddy's house, and we played this demo. It was timed, I think 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Three of us were there, and he lived in the attic, and it was awesome. We just played this thing for every 10-minute session. We would just restart it again, restart it again, restart it again. We played it an entire day. We spent just playing it over and over again, because it was the first of its kind, this kind of game where you feel like you can actually sort of, for me anyways, there's probably some others, but, you know, I grew up skating. This right here is the first trailer, not the first look at the game, but it's the first trailer. Still the demo area mostly, which is interesting. The demo area was like a local skate park. There we go, that's some different stuff. But yeah, I played that demo a lot. And then eventually when the game came out, obviously, played the game a lot. Blunt slides, one of my favorite grinds to do. This is crazy. It's kind of funny how, I know the quality's low on the video that I found, but also just in general, it kind of looks like crap.
Okay,
that was
do not suck,
boring trailer.
Okay, you need to get up and try it again.
This year's maybe a TV
that was
commercial.
Weak. Bend your knees.
Something like that.
Okay, bend your knuckle. Close, but you
Rob
gotta
Dyrdek
feel
yelling
it.
at his
Look,
thumb.
There you go. Feel it. What? Quit talking and just do it. Yes. That's
There
right.
you go, Rob Dyrdek's thumb. Let your little skater out.
for team.
Okay, so that there is the end of the skate stuff. I paused it for a second. The skate 1 stuff. So now we're on to skate 2. But yeah, skate 1 doesn't look that good, really, in all things considered, but I don't care. I just want to play it. This is making me want to play it, but I can't because I don't have a 360 or a PS3 with me because I'm a dumbass and I left it somewhere. But now we're going to start the skate 2. We got the skate 2 teaser. So, like I said, I think I ordered these in the way they probably got released, so this would have been one of the first things we would have seen besides screenshots. Terry Kennedy. Did I order these wrong, or maybe that's about the first quote there? Oh, the Hall of Meat. Best game I've ever been in from Eric Costin. Yeah, I think, well, Skate 2 is definitely the first one you could actually get off the board, which was a well-needed, available now, never mind, that was not the first look. I don't know why I thought it would have been. I'm pausing for a second here. Skate 2 added, as you can see in that thing, moving props around, which was really cool, and just walking around in general, which was the one thing the first game suffered from, was like if you could place session markers, but if you needed to get back upstairs and you didn't have a session marker, you have to go around the long way or something, and it was just nice to be able to hop off the board, run up the stairs. So that teaser, I thought was a teaser. It's not. This apparently is the first trailer. Maybe I'm wrong again. It doesn't really matter. Let's take a look. Yeah, there you go. Hopping off the board. First thing they show in the trailer. They let you know. It's weird, the music, like I remember the music just as well as I remember the Tony Hawk's original music, Tony Hawk's 1, 2, 3. I feel like those soundtracks are synonymous. Did you see how those, did it look like the characters were like kind of ghosting? That was weird. Foot plants. I think foot plants were new for this, for Skate 2. But the soundtracks in these games, I remember them just as well. Like hearing this song is reminding me, I know all the lyrics because I heard it so many times. But I feel like it doesn't have that same reverence with me as the Tony Hawk soundtracks. Hippie flips and stuff, man, it took me 3 years to get one. I could never do it. Thank you, Rob Dyrdek. Finger gunning me. Skate 2. Yeah, the music, I don't know what it is about it. Like I said, I remember it all, but why don't I feel the same feelings I do towards the Tony Hawk soundtrack? It'd be interesting to think about someday, but I'm gonna stop thinking about it, and I'm gonna watch this, which is the sizzle reel of Skate 2. So probably just some clips from the game, moving props. Probably gonna show off the skitching. I can't remember if skitching was useful in that game. I can't say I ever did it that often. But it definitely looks cool. Let go and you got speed into your line. Oh, that happened a lot. I had a lot of clips of that. I think the cars in 2 wanted to hit you. Like the AI was programmed to just annihilate you. And I think in 3, if I'm not mistaken, it seems like they chilled out a lot. this next thing is the Skate 2 Maloof trailer. It was DLC, the Maloof Money Cup. And what I remember about the Maloof trailer, or I mean DLC, it had a mega ramp, a mini mega ramp, and the mega ramp went onto a rail. And like, I spent a lot of time on it. I didn't think I would when you first look at it. It's over there in the background, that last shot. I'll show it. I spent a lot of time at that little mini mega to rail thing. That's how I play this game. And I suspect, there it is. Ramp, air to rail. But the way I play this game is set a session marker and kill a spot for like hours, honestly. Like, that's how I played it. That's how me and all my buddies played it. It was fun to do that. I'm not saying that's how you play the game. You can play however the hell you want. This here. This is the this is the trailer, the video that I first want. I'm gonna pause it. This is what I was first talking about. This has that guy, Cuz. I don't know why I remember him, just maybe because his name is Cuz. But I wanted to look him up, and I wanted to see what he was doing now. I don't know if I ever finished the story of how this video that I'm making just came about. I wanted to look him up and be like, hey, are you making like maybe an indie skateboarding game? Or I don't know. I don't know what else he's worked on. I know that Black Box also worked on Need for Speed games, so maybe he's a car guy. But so double your bag, don't know what that means. Here's the making of Skate 2 with interviews with the developers.
Jay Ballmer, gameplay producer on Skate 2.
Authenticity seems to be one of the hallmarks of the first game,
my boy.
especially with.
I don't know why I remember that guy, not Ray Palmer or whatever.
Feel the
Palmer.
skating, bring the authenticity, just pay respect. We love it, you love it, do it right. Last year was just tricks and finding cool spots in the world. This year it's changing the world and messing with everything. You know, now you get the 1 foot.
Yeah, that was the key to Skate. Is that authenticity.
Like other stuff we'll talk about
Tony
later.
Hawk's is fun, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those people
And then there's also getting
that's
off the board,
angry at Tony
grabbing
Hawk's for
onto
being
objects.
Tony Hawk's. That game is
Use
fun
that
as hell,
wheel
but
grab,
this
grab onto a rail,
just
put it in a
connects
good
with me
spot,
better.
Take a bench into a new place. You don't just have to play the world that we built. You just smack into stuff, they'll tip over, they'll roll, they'll tumble.
You're
I
talking
think
about like a barrel could be rolling down the hill. Are we talking Donkey Kong?
Yes.
This is full on. Like, is there like the plumber and the whole deal? Like, do you remember Crazy?
I don't
Plumber?
remember these videos being
Where you went
silly,
Up and then sideways.
I really don't see the
but
relevance
it
here.
is.
Huh? I do know that we have the feature off the board, but really, what does that get us? What does that mean to the player? What's the practical application?
Walking
Off-board seems
upstairs,
like such a
son.
simple thing. I think people have seen it as a simple thing, like, hey, I can get off my board and run upstairs and get back on my board. Well, you can also jump and pull your board out from under you, or throw it under you while you're
Finger
in the
flips.
air to land, like, you know,
Acid
caveman
drops,
flies
finger
and stuff
flips.
Like that. You can hippie jump, run and chase your board and jump back onto it. As you're smacking into a curb, and last year you just fainted. It sort of felt like you were shot with a sniper last year, and just suddenly were like, boom. You run into a curb, as long as you're not going like stupid fast, you're gonna just run right out of it.
I'm in the air. I'm over. Stair set.
Yeah, that's
It
cool,
looks like
man.
I'm not
That's
gonna
kinda
make it.
like
I'm hooped. Can
changed
I kick my board
the-
out? Can I land?
Made a
Kick the
ton
board
of
away,
sense and was
Kick it at
pretty
people,
new. I've never
kick it at other
seen.
skaters. You hit them hard enough,
I don't know.
they're gonna go down.
Well, that's just rude. Don't kick people with your skateboard. I'm gonna pause one more time. So now that was a thing I was remembering. I don't know if it was that exact video or if they made more like that. That's all I could find. But yeah, I remember those being cooler. But it was 2009. Maybe I was lamer. But yeah, so Skate 1, September 2007. Skate 2, January 2009. And then Skate 3, which is coming next. We got the Skate 3 first look video. This is 2010 in May. So about a year and a half development for each game-ish, kind of. This is the first one set in a new city. The others were San Vanalona, pre- and post-earthquake. This is Carleton. And 3 was all about making a team, getting your team together. The story mode. I wasn't too concerned with the stories. I just bang out the challenges and move on. I remember that tiger noise. I remember watching this. Yeah, they added those taunts right there. She put her hand behind her back. Hash. It's hash sesh. Hash first fresh. I never got to do much like co-op skating with buddies. A bunch of friends really, because playing online was almost impossible for me because I really wasn't concerned with high scores. I just wanted shit to look cool. And everybody online was just basically, what do they call that? Trick lining? Is that called trick lining? Where you literally land in a manual and keep doing flip tricks out of the manual over and over until you can't anymore. That was cool. This one, Skate 3 and Skate 2 are tough to play back and forth because the timing is a little different. So you get used to the Skate 3 timing, which I think feels a little faster. And then you go back and you try 2. Who's this? Oh yeah, that's my team.
What's chillin'?
Oh god. But yeah, Skate 2 and Skate 3's timing are a little, of the tricks and stuff is a little off, so you go back from Skate 3 to play Skate 2 and it's like almost sluggish. And I think you could get used to that again if you only played 2, but right now I'm pretty set on just playing 3 for the rest of time, unless they make a 4, which they really should. This is the Skate 3 trailer. That last one was the first look. This is just the trailer for the game. Featuring the pros that they've got. That was cool. I think, not, like, this doesn't have to happen. This isn't gonna make or break if they ever make a Skate 4, but it would be cool if they did like a road trip style. You know, like there's a lot of like King of the Road, Thrasher, King of the Road videos and stuff like that, like Destroying America, like these classic skate things that involve the road trip. That'd be cool to, I don't know, maybe you could get away with smaller environments, maybe that would be easier to make. This is a TV commercial for Skate 3. Definitely a funny vibe to show off your game. But dude, they're having fun. I'm having fun. They're having fun. There's helicopters. There's pit bulls. Team up, throw down. Skate 3. Look at that. That would be chaos. That would be awesome. I want to see the end of that. I know that wasn't real, but I'd love to see what would happen. This here is, from PAX East, 2010. Skate 3, May 2010.
We are here on the exhibition floor, standing in front of the Skate 3 booth, and you can see some gnarly damage going on up above me in the
Sorry, I'm just letting them talk.
Hall of Meat mode
I think
of the
this
game,
must
and they're
be,
having
I thought it was a
little
contest to do a cool
competition
trick, but it
here
seems
where
like,
it's called Beat the Meat.
yeah, okay, this is just a Hall of
If
Meat.
you- yeah.
Beat the Meat.
I did not make that up.
This is just a Hall of Meat contest they
And
put on.
basically, if you sustain the most damage,
The
in
Hall of
this
Meat
game,
mode
this
is the reason Skate
can
3
take home
became popular again a couple years ago. I think PewDiePie
PAX East logo going
made a
on.
video, and he has extreme influence on the youth. But the Hall of Meat mode was fun, like once in a while. Actually, like it's cool. I'm not shitting on the Hall of Meat mode, but I didn't play that because, like I said, you know how I played. I tried to play it as realistic as possible. But it's cool that it's in there because you could get people who maybe don't really care about skateboarding to try it out, and it was very it was pretty simple but fun, you know.
In the Skate 3 booth, do you have any specific strategies in mind?
What's this guy's strategy?
Flail as much as possible,
Flail.
break as many bones as possible,
And break bones.
try to win one of the decks.
And try to win
boards are
that.
pretty
Great.
sweet. You guys actually ride?
Look at them.
Much younger, yeah.
Yeah, they rode here
How are you
to
feeling?
PAX
Think you're
East.
gonna nail
They
it
rode all the way
first
to Boston. They skated from California.
So you've been preparing for this for years, you're telling me.
Sure, yeah, that's exactly
The
it.
daily high score wins an Xbox 360 Elite. That's cool.
So how's it going for you?
Pretty good. I already beat the 70,000 points.
That guy's sweater vest is sick.
Yeah, thanks.
Wait, he only had to beat that to win?
And we have a winner. So 2 different in-house designed options here. Congrats on your win. You beat the meat.
Yeah, I beat the meat.
Oh man. So that's the last video I have. Yeah, that was cool. I didn't get the nostalgic feelings of like rewatching these things that I remember watching stuff like this. Like anything I could ingest that was related to the skate games each time they were coming out, I was excited for them. Like as soon as they were announced, I was excited. So I would screenshots, videos, anything. I was watching them over and over again, just waiting, and then the demos, playing the demos over and over again. But yeah, man, I really want to Skate 4 so badly. There's like some indie games. There's some BMX games. There's a rollerblading game. There's an indie skateboarding game being worked on. There's Steep coming from Ubisoft soon, the snowboarding game. But and there's Snow the game. There's a lot of games out there that are more simulation / realistic in quotes, extreme sports games. But there's something about the skate games made by EA that polish maybe Steep from Ubisoft might have. And I'm not saying that an indie game can't get polished, and I'm also not saying that they're not fun because I play Snow a lot. But man, if they announce a Skate 4, that would be great. I would do exactly what I did almost 10 years ago. I would crack open every magazine, every article, every screenshot, every video, anything I could get my hands on, and I would watch them a billion times. Thanks for checking this video out with me. You know, I don't know, maybe we learned something. Maybe you took a trip down nostalgia lane with me. It's really weird that this is 10 years almost, coming up on 10 years of skate games. We've had some not so great Tony Hawk's games in between. You know I have a Tony Hawk's 5 challenge to myself to get that platinum, and I swear I'm still working on it. It's just very, very slow and not worth making videos about because it's like one goal every month, maybe. Stay tuned here to FunMode, and actually, if you guys like extreme sports games, which is probably my genre, I know it's not really a genre like FPS, but just those styles of games, it could be arcade or simulation, I don't care. If you like that kind of stuff, check out this blog I run, Heck Yeah, Extreme Sports Games. It's all about news and stuff because there isn't really a good resource to find these things, and since starting this blog, I've found a lot of new games that I'm actually sort of excited for. Check that out, or don't, I don't care. But stay right here on FunMode for other cool stuff like this, and less cool stuff, and more cool stuff, and I don't know. See you guys.